Do we have enough light? Let me put on the lights because it's going to get darker. Okay, Hare Krishna, everyone. So please take a seat here so that I can see everyone who would like to read and chant together, because it's going to be hard for me to turn around. All right, so my name is Vraja Lalana. Very nice to see all of you. Gaura Purnima is very soon, so we're getting close to this special event. So let me quickly speak about Tuesday Sangha. Please raise your hand if there is anyone here who haven't been at Tuesday Sangha before. 1, 2, 3. So you knew, right? Okay, perfect. Excellent. My name is Vraja Lalana. Tuesday Sangha is a weekly program that we have. And during that program, we go deeper into the Maha Mantra meditation. We develop our concentration on the holy name. And why do you think it is important? Why is it so important to develop the concentration on the holy name? What is it? Can you come closer? I don't hear. To involve our senses. Exactly. Yeah. So when we chant as loud as we can with the full concentration, what kind of senses do we involve? Yes, Hare Krishna. What kind of senses do we involve when we chant Maha Mantra with concentration, loud? All of our senses. Yeah. So what kind of senses? Can you list them? Tongue, ear, eyes, feeling, touch, yes, thinking, yes, exactly. Our mind, right? The sixth sense actually is our mind. So Maha Mantra is very powerful. It engages all of our senses, okay? And what does it do with our senses? When we do it with a concentration, when we chant Maha Mantra with a concentration, what happens with our senses? We become purified, right? They become purified, actually. Who can share your experience after chanting at least one round of Maha Mantra? I will start with myself. I feel peace, and I feel calm, and I feel even happy, but that happiness is very stable, like harmonious happiness. It doesn't depend on any results, right? What else do we feel? Positive, right? Or maybe renewed. Yes, yes, especially if it's after a working day, we may feel renewed. Yeah, so 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita says that the mind can be our enemy and can be our friend, right? So the mind gets purified through Maha Mantra and it becomes our friend. How does a friend behave? What is the behavior of a friend? How do you know that someone is your friend? It's nice with you, right? It doesn't give you bad thoughts about you or others, or about life, or about relationships. What does it do? It stays with you, right? It shows you the reality as it is, okay? It helps you. It motivates. It doesn't demotivate, right? It motivates. It energizes. It shows the path. So it's very important to have our mind as our friend. Arjuna says in Bhagavad Gita chapter 6 that it's very hard to control our mind. It's easy, he says, to control the wind, right? But it's so hard to control the mind. And then Krishna says you can do it with the practice. And he gives the practice of yoga, Ashtanga yoga, in chapter 6. So, but bhakti is above all. Bhakti yoga is above all. Therefore, Maha Mantra is that very powerful way given to us by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whose appearance day is coming soon, okay? And therefore, what we do here, we practice that process of self-purification. We chant it as loud as we can with the full concentration. Mind gets purified when it is concentrated on the sound vibration of the Maha Mantra, okay? What is the meaning of Maha Mantra? Who can tell me? So it has 16 words, right? Where is it? Oh, over there, yeah? So for those who have never heard Maha Mantra before, it's over there. Is there anyone who doesn't know the words of Maha Mantra? Please raise your hand. Everyone knows? Okay, good. So what is the meaning? Glory to Krishna, glory to Rama. Okay, actually, it's a pure soul, it's a soul which is asking the Lord, dear Lord, please engage me in your service. So this is the only prayer where the soul is not asking anything. Please give me this, give me that, give me family, give me life, give me money, give me something, right? This is the mantra that says, dear Lord, I would like to give myself to you actually because I'm your part and parcel. Please engage me in your service because this is my constitutional position. This is who I am. And when I am who I am, actually, what happens? I become happy, right? In the introduction to Bhagavad Gita, Srila Prabhupada says that all of the creatures of the universe in service to each other. Trees are in service. All of the planets are in service, right? Animals and etc. So this is the only way to be happy. Service is the basis of any relationships that we have, and the highest level of relationships is between the soul and God. So Maha Mantra reconnects us, okay? And if we do it again with the concentration, full dedication, the Lord is giving us His mercy, and the reconnection is happening. So before we begin, let's give our obeisances to Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of ISKCON, by repeating his prayer. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami iti namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Guravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshitarine. And also let's give our prayer to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. By his mercy we have the holy name. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Perfect. Okay. So we're going to do, if you have your Japamala beads, you can take them now. If you don't, you can get them in Govindas, which is next to the temple hall. So Japamala beads has 108 beads for those who have never chanted on the Japamala beads. And each mantra meditation will be one bead, okay? So we engage our middle finger and big finger, and we don't engage the, how you call this, index finger, right? Because it represents our false ego. False ego is not who we are. False ego is what we think of ourselves when we are disconnected with the Lord. When we forget that we're spirit souls, we start creating different images of ourselves. I'm this, I'm that, I'm a professional, I'm a woman, I'm a daughter. Like there are so many roles, right? And we try to focus on those roles in order to feel ourselves important. But we're not, we cannot create that artificial importance until we remember who we are. And actually, that's the spirit soul that acts through all those roles in order to satisfy the Lord. Only in this case, when we act, when our actions are based on our true ego, our self-esteem is good, our thinking of ourselves is positive, okay? Our satisfaction is guaranteed, as my Guru Maharaj says, or money back. Satisfaction is guaranteed, regardless of the external results, because the spirit soul, the true self, does not, condition itself with any material roles. The most important role is to be a spirit soul and serve the Lord. That's all. And if the Lord wants me to be a mother, I'll be a mother. If the Lord wants me to be a professional, I'll be a professional. Okay? There is no attachment. It's like a cashier who has a lot of money. He doesn't have a lot of money, but he deals with a lot of money. It doesn't mean that he will suffer if that money is not his, because that's his service engagement. Okay? All right. So, and chanting when we chant, we put our Japamala beads in a bag because it's a very sacred process. Okay? And yeah, so that's basically it. Let us begin. And we're going to do it as loud as we can so that you can hear each other. And this will help us to concentrate on the sound of the mantra better. Okay? Okay, let's start. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mahamantra ki jai. Thank you so much for wonderful chanting. How is everyone feeling? Renewed? Yeah, as if it's new day, right? Okay, perfect. So now we're going to read Bhagavad Gita as it is. Is there anyone here who haven't read Bhagavad Gita before? Please raise your hand. 1, 2. Okay, you read Bhagavad Gita. Not completely? Okay, perfect. All right. Do you mind distributing the books? Yeah? Okay. So there are many versions of Bhagavad Gita, and there is just one Bhagavad Gita as it is, that is, how to say, authorized academically and among spiritual teachers. Bhagavad Gita as it is taught in all universities all over the world. Okay. And so let's quickly speak about Bhagavad Gita, right? Glorify Bhagavad Gita. What is it about and why is it so, I would say, influential, valuable, powerful for us? So first of all, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad Gita means from Sanskrit, it's a song of the Lord, okay? So Bhagavad Gita was spoken by the Lord himself. And Lord speaks Bhagavad Gita, basically, it was spoken 5,000 years ago, okay? And it's a conversation between Arjuna and Lord Krishna. And this conversation is happening at a very special moment when Arjuna is about to fight with his family members, relatives, friends, teachers, brothers. And it's very, very dramatic and traumatic situation for him. Imagine, he has strong connections, feelings, love, gratitude. Now he has to kill them. And he's a warrior, so there is a dilemma. On one side, he has his dharma. He has to protect the law, dharma, right? And at the same time, on the other side is his family members. And Arjuna in chapter 1 is describing his traumatic emotions, his feelings, his frustration, his fear. He's in crisis, okay? And why is he feeling that way? Because he identifies himself with the body, okay? He, at that time, basically, by the mercy of the Lord, again, Arjuna is a pure devotee, and of course he knows who he is, that he's a pure soul, and he's a devotee of the Lord, okay? But by the mercy of the Lord, he is forgetful in chapter 1. He doesn't remember his identity. And Lord Krishna is listening to him in order for the whole world, the universe, to understand how we may feel if we forget who we are. Okay? If we get into any critical situation, we forget who we are, we're going to feel the same. Frustrated, scared, attached, depressed, and etc. Losing ourselves, feeling lost, feeling low, feeling like nothing, and not knowing what to do. Okay? And in order to give Arjuna the solution, Krishna starts speaking Bhagavad Gita. He starts giving the knowledge, and he starts with the knowledge of the soul, because this is the most important thing. If we don't understand who we are, we cannot act, we cannot see properly, we cannot make proper decisions, because everything, whatever we do, will result in a mistake. Okay? Therefore, Krishna gives the first and vital information and knowledge to Arjuna that you're a spirit soul. You will never die. Nobody here will die, okay? Because everyone is eternal. We're all eternal. And they never die. The soul doesn't die. The soul doesn't get born. It's eternal. So the fear that we are feeling and the circumstances that were created because of the false ego, actually. There wouldn't be any offense if there is no false ego. There wouldn't be any damaging situation. There wouldn't be any trauma. There wouldn't be any crisis if there is no false ego. So Krishna is giving a solution for all living entities, right? If we know who we are, there won't be any crisis, there won't be any frustration, any fear, anything like that. So, and afterwards, after giving this information, the fear basically gets diluted, and Arjuna becomes free from that, right? Then Krishna speaks that even if you are liberated in chapter 3, you still need to perform your duty. Even if you are liberated, why do you think we need to perform our duty well? Even if we are pure devotees, even if we have no karma, why do we need to do this? Any guesses? The reason of our existence? It's dharma, but it's karmic, right? So if you're a pure devotee, you have no obligations, like Nanda Maharaj. He's father of Krishna. He has no obligations. He doesn't have to be a king. Why does he do his duty so well? What is his motivation? Why do we need to be a good mother, a good father, a good professional if we are pure devotees? If we are we have no attachments, no material desires. Why would we do this? Can you elaborate on this? In other words, as a service, right? So we're choosing the leaders in hope that they're going to do a good service for us, right? We're looking for a job, for a good boss, in hope that we will be protected, that we will be stable, so that we can serve our family, right? So pure devotees still perform their material duties within their roles in order to serve, this is one, to the society, right? And second thing, to show an example. Because whatever the leader does, right, the rest of the people, they're going to follow it. And then Krishna explains in chapter 1, chapter 2, and then chapter 3, right, if I, he says, will renounce all of my duties, all of the people, all of the living entities will take that as an example, okay, and it will be a huge responsibility in the universe. Imagine the sun doesn't matter if there is a war or if there is something, it gets up on time and goes down, right? So everything leaves, trees purify the air. Doesn't matter if it's in the mood or not in the mood. So all of the living entities serve, and that's why we exist, right? So this is chapter 3. So Krishna explains, even if you're liberated, you still have to do your duty well. And then in chapter 4, in order to become successful on your spiritual path, you need to have who? A spiritual master. If we want to learn a good profession, we need to have someone who will teach us, right? Who has realized knowledge, not just information. Oh, you get into the car, you just switch off the gas and you drive and that's it, right? No, there should be someone who will show us how to do it, what to do, what could be the obstacles, how to overcome them. So there should be a master. In other words, for us, in order to become pure devotees, we have to have that example. Now Krishna is speaking not about material example, now about spiritual example. Okay, we need to have a spiritual master. And in order to approach and get the mercy of spiritual master, we need to be in a special mode. It's a mood of service, it's a mood of devotion. Okay, because if we act on the basis of our false ego, which is I'm cool, I'm the best, I'm a professional, I know everything, you don't know anything, but I have a question, you know? We won't get the mercy of the spiritual teacher, because spiritual teacher is above all of this material identifications. Okay, therefore, we need to develop, and our dharma in our material roles allows us to develop that service mood as well. Okay, because when we, for example, become parents, what do? We develop that mode, right? So therefore, Krishna gradually takes us, and then in chapter 5, he speaks about karma yoga, how to connect material results with God and make them spiritual. And then in chapter 6, he says how to purify your mind, because mind is always disturbed. There are modes of material nature. There's material nature itself, right? There are 3 modes of material nature: goodness, passion, and ignorance. Ignorance makes us totally disturbed. Passion makes us work too much, have no rest, and then we go into ignorance, which is sickness, depression, frustration, quarrels, and pain, right? So Krishna is teaching how to be on a platform of goodness, because only on that level we can fix our karma. We cannot fix our karma on the level of passion. We cannot fix our karma on the level of ignorance, okay? So Krishna is teaching, and he's giving us the practice. And then after all, Arjuna is saying, this practice is impossible for me. This is a very difficult practice. It's 8-fold Ashtanga yoga. And then Krishna is saying, yes, you're right, Arjuna. So bhakti yoga is above all. Okay, just do your service. What is service? Basically, repeat my name, holy name. Know me, understand me as I am, and that's what we are doing here. We read Bhagavad Gita to understand Krishna as he is. And then in chapter 18, he is saying, you will come to me. Don't fear, I'm here for you. I'll take you out of this. Just surrender unto me, okay? So during the process of chanting the Maha Mantra, reading Bhagavad Gita, understanding it, and applying it in our life, we develop that mood of surrender. So that at the end of the day, what do? We say, thank you, everyone. I'm going back home, back to Godhead. That's it. Okay, so with this in mind, we're going to continue reading Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 7. Before we begin, let's give our obeisances to absolute truth by repeating the mantra 3 times. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Okay, perfect. Would you like to read with us? Yeah, would you like to join? We have books? Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can take the books here. So how we read, it's page number 324, chapter 7. In chapter 7, Krishna starts giving more information about himself so that we can understand him better. And we're going to read text 16, page number 324, text 16. I will read Sanskrit, then we're going to read Sanskrit, translation and then purport. I will start and then we'll go one by one so that everyone can do this wonderful service. Chaturvidha bhajante mam janasu kritinorjana arto jignaso artharthi jnani cha bharatarshaba. Translation. O best among the Bhartas, 4 kinds of pious men begin to render devotional service unto me: the distressed, the desire of wealth, the inquisitive, and he who is searching for knowledge of the Absolute. Hare Krishna, would you like to join us? So in this verse, we are speaking about 4 kinds of people that come to devotional service, okay? And they are considered pious. So what is pious? What does it mean, pious, piety? Pious, it means that they accumulated good karma. Yeah, because devotional, it's above, right? It's transcendental. But piety, it means that they did a lot of good things in life, okay? Which were not contradicting with the law, like universal law, government law, and etc. So they are pious. But those pious people that can be distressed, like big stress happens, or they may be in need of money, it's also possible, or they can be inquisitive, like very curious, they want to know things, or they can be even more serious about knowledge, so they're searching for the knowledge. So these 4 kinds of people, they usually turn to the absolute truth, okay, when they like in their situations. Purport. Unlike the miscreants are those who never come to Krishna. Basically, not to come to Krishna, that never appeal to the absolute truth. They are not looking for the Lord. They're not willing to surrender. Okay, they are called miscreants. Unlike the miscreants, the raw adherents of the regulative principles of the scriptures, and they are called sukritinaha, or those who obey the rules and regulations of scriptures, the moral and social laws, and are more or less devoted to the Supreme Lord. So why do we call them devoted to the Supreme Lord when they obey the moral laws? Because any law which exists are also established by the Lord. So we have dharma, we have ashrams, we have different levels, right, of society, such as we have kshatriyas, we have brahmanas, we have vaishyas, we have shudras. So everything is regulated. Everything is regulated, and within each, I would say, like on each level, there are responsibilities, and there is morale as well. So those who obey those responsibilities, the social law and the economical law and the moral law, they are considered pious. In this way, they're also serving the Lord. Out of this, there are 4 classes of men: those who are sometimes distressed, those who are in need of money, those who are sometimes inquisitive, and those who are sometimes searching after the absolute truth. These persons come to the Supreme Lord for devotional service under different conditions. So this type of people, right, they come for devotional service. How do you understand that they come for devotional service? What does it mean? What do they do? What is your understanding? They come for devotional service. They start praying, yes. So they turn to the Lord, right? They stop relying on their false ego. Praying means I'm asking the Lord, I understand. I'm lost in this situation. I am weak. I cannot. I'm helpless. And what does it mean? They recognize that the Lord has more power, basically, that He's all-powerful. He can protect them, okay? He can resolve their issues, not them. Because when we think, I can do it, it's my decision, it's my solution, we are acting based on our false ego. We think that I am the Lord. I can do it. No one else. It's just because of my efforts, because of my money, because of my health, because of my strength, right? So therefore, here, they basically start performing devotional service by praying. What else do they do? How else they begin their devotional service? belief, they develop faith, right? They do it with faith, because if we don't have faith, we won't pray. Okay? What else do they do? Chant, yes. So they chant. In different traditions, there are different prayers, but still, they use chanting. What else? They do charity. Yes, they start helping, right? People in distress, they start helping each other. They do charity. Yes. What else do they do? What is this? Exactly. They believe in a miracle, which means they believe in God. If we don't believe in God, what kind of miracle is there, right? What else? Surrender. How do you explain that? How do they surrender? In your hands. Everything is in it. I belong to you. Yeah, that comes. Exactly. When they basically exhaust all their resources and they see that they are alive and they see that their prayers work and they're heard and they are saved, what happens? I understand. I belong to you. Okay? And I want to be in your hands. Your hands are safer than mine. Okay? What else do? They go to church. Okay, people in distress, what do? They go to church or they come to the temple. Okay, they start looking for the ways to engage themselves in service. Maybe they look for the programs, maybe they look for the education, they start talking to people. Okay, they get the books, they start reading them, books like Shastrik books, not stories about romance or something like this. No, not like this. So wisdom books, they start reading wisdom books. What else do? Yeah, so they're doing the service in the temple, yes. They also try to probably fix themselves, become a better person, right? So people who are pious, they usually go back and they start thinking, oh, this was my mistake, I shouldn't have done this, da-da-da. So they develop good qualities. They try to become better, okay? They start understanding the pain of others when probably they were in a situation they wouldn't understand, but they start. So they develop empathy for the pain. Because if we are not familiar with the pain, we won't understand the other person who's in pain, the same pain. If we haven't experienced any losses and anyone is suffering from the losses, we won't understand them. Why are you suffering? Okay, losses, $2 million. Oh, come on, forget about it. You know, so they develop good qualities. And then the more they pray, the more through that, when they develop that faith, they become good devotees because they understand that Krishna is taking care of me, Krishna is looking after me, I was in such terrible situation and he did this and this and this for me. So that developed love and the soul reconnects, the reconnection is happening, okay? These are not pure devotees because they have some aspiration to fulfill in exchange for devotional service. So basically, when we are praying, when we are doing something in order to receive something back, right, it's not called pure devotional service. It is devotional service because we ask the Lord. We're not asking other people, we ask the Lord, right? But it's not pure because we're expecting back and we depend on that outcome, right? So what is pure devotional service then? What do you think is pure? Unconditional. Like we've heard this word, unconditional love, right? Unconditional care. And we see some examples when mother cares for a child, right? It's unconditional. Child can be very difficult, can cry, can, I don't know, not saying thank you and etc. But mother still loves and cares and cures and does her best, regardless if there is a result or no result. So this is an example on a human level. Okay, between soul and God, it's also unconditional. When I want to give all myself, do all my best, whatever you decide, it's your decision what you want to give or don't want to give. Okay, and my pleasure is to give. So when there is a pleasure to give, have you given gifts before? You know how it feels when you give gifts and the person is happy? So this is the service. This is pure service, when you give a gift from yourself to the Lord, because everything we have comes from Him. Okay, and He's happy, and this is the highest happiness. Okay, because when He's happy, we are very happy. He's in our heart as Paramatma. Pure devotional service is without aspiration and without desire for material profit. The Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu defines pure devotion thus: Anyabhilasita shunyam gyana karmadya navritam. Anukulyena krishnanu shilanam bhaktir uttama. One should render transcendental loving service to the Supreme Lord Krishna favorably, which means, how do you understand favorably? Render devotional service favorably. Could you please speak up? Extra? Oh, going extra, right? Going extra, so putting more effort, right? With more effort? Uh-huh, okay. Any other thoughts? Favorably. Giving more preference, making him a priority. Okay. Anything else? Without expectations, favorably. Anything else? Always thinking thinking about whether he likes it or not. Yes. So favorably in the way that he likes. Okay, not in the way that he doesn't like. So if he says in chapter 9, please offer me water, flour, food, grains, milk, and etc. with love and devotion, this is how he wants. He doesn't want meat with love and devotion. He doesn't want eggs with love and devotion, nothing like that. He wants flour, milk, grains. These are the things that he wants. And then second thing, with love and devotion. If they're offered without love and devotion, he won't accept, because Krishna accepts only love. He's love himself. Okay? So this is favorably, meaning that you are doing it for his satisfaction. Okay? All right, let's continue. Krishna favorably and without desire for material profit or gain through fruitive activities or philosophical speculations. So we're not expecting anything back from our devotional service. Okay, that's why it's called devotional service, because it comes out of love. Even if there is no love, we still do it because we want to develop that love. We want to awaken that love. Okay, it's sleeping there. And the more we do it, the closer we get to that state. That is called pure devotional service. So pure devotional service, again, it's done favorably for the Lord without desire for material profit or gain through fruitive activities or philosophical speculations. Okay. Do you have any questions about this paragraph? No? Okay. So let's continue with you. Next paragraph. So let's elaborate on this. It's very important to become, like for us to become pure devotees, we need to associate with pure devotees. How do you understand association? What is association in your mind? What is this? Not seeing any differences? Could you please elaborate on this? Oh, okay, seeing the soul, right? Okay, so association is seeing the soul, right? Do I understand? Could you please repeat? Didn't hear. Okay, so basically you're saying, if I understood you correctly, that association means seeing the soul, not seeing the material aspect of. Yes? Okay, okay. Anything else? Thank you. What is association? What else? Community. Having community. Okay. All right. Having same mindset. Similar thinking, right? People. Yes. So association as a verb. If we associate, what do we do? We relate. How do we relate? What do we do when we relate? Huh? Do we compare? Compare what with what? No, we don't. No. So what do we do when we relate? Indulge in similar activities. Okay, we do. Okay, yes. What else? Like we're doing right now, we're associating. Yes, what else? What else? Progress faster. Yeah. So association actually, oh, yes, you're right. We engage in the activities together, like now, right? We also open our hearts. We discuss sincerely confidential topics. What are our confidential topics? Is our feelings, for example, right? And through that conversation, which is pure about bhakti, about Krishna consciousness, we get purified. Okay? So association means we not just get together, okay, but we discuss very deep topics. We open our hearts and minds. What happens if we associate with someone who is not a pure devotee, and you open your heart, and you open your mind, and you share your thoughts and feelings, and there is false ego in front of you? Ah? What is this? You use it for what? Yeah, so when we associate with someone who is not pure, we're associating with their false ego, first of all. Okay, and that false ego has what? It has different identifications. It has different, like, evaluations. Okay, we don't want to be evaluated when we share our feelings. We don't want to be criticized for our thoughts and pains and all of that, right? So we won't be purified if we associate with the false ego of other people. Therefore, we purified when we associate with pure devotees because they are free from false self-identifications. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. Pure devotees, they engaged in by their activities. So first of all is their activity. What do they do in their spare time? What are they thinking? Okay, what are they sharing? What kind of emotions they're feeling? Like pure devotees, they usually engage, they're fully in Krishna. They do everything for him. Okay, like if they work, they do it for him. If they have a family, they raise them like the family in Krishna consciousness because they love the Lord. They see in their children, their family members, the soul, okay, as a part and parcel of the Lord. They love everyone. And it's a very actually good question because it is explained in chapter 12 of Bhagavad Gita when Krishna says, the one who sees equally, right, a dog eater, because, and he's a friend to everyone, that person is very dear to me. So he explains the qualities of pure devotees also in chapter 13. What are the qualities of pure devotees? So they love everyone. They don't criticize. They don't evaluate. They love the Lord and they act in all their roles. They perform all their responsibilities to satisfy the Lord, and that's why they are so perfect in their roles. Okay? So imagine if you're like I'm as a mother, for example, I'm loving my daughter just for my self-satisfaction. It will be very selfish, right? Or if I'm loving my daughter for the satisfaction of the Lord, it will be unconditional love, and I'm not expecting anything for myself, but I want to do whatever Lords want me to do, like to make him happy, that he allowed me to take care of that soul. So it's very different level of love. It's different level of care. And you can see this. And what they talk about, what their interests. Okay? Yeah. So pure devotees, they act according to the Shastras, but at the same time, it's not just fanatical following the Shastras. They have empathy, they have love, they have care, they're very kind, you can feel it. There is no question of forgiving because they don't get offended. They don't criticize. And yeah, and you can find them like at our programs. Just come to our programs. We have pure devotees speaking on Sunday feast, and if you follow the announcements, they very often they come to the temple to give their association to us. Yeah, but it's a very good question. Yeah. If you read Bhagavad Gita after chapter 9, then Krishna will start explaining who is the pure devotee, what kind of qualities they have. And Arjuna is also asking that question in chapter 6. what happens with the devotee who is fallen, etc., right? But then it continues. Yeah, it's a good question. Thank you. All right, let's continue. Yeah, so we come in contact with a pure devotee, we become pure devotees. So we get purified. Even if you, like if you do something really small for the pure devotee and get blessed, because a pure devotee has direct connection with the Lord. Okay, and the Lord is acting through the pure devotee. If you satisfy pure devotee, you satisfy the Lord right away. Okay, and you get the mercy of the Lord. Therefore, Krishna is speaking in chapter 4, if you want to get realized knowledge, approach a spiritual master, because spiritual master is a pure devotee. Now we're reading Bhagavad Gita, which was translated by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada is a pure devotee. It's our service to him. If we do it with attention, love, and gratitude, we get the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. We also get purified, because reading Bhagavad Gita is associating with a pure devotee. Okay? All right, next. Thank you so much. You finished, right, the paragraph? Okay. Prabhu, would you like to read next paragraph? So this is very important. People in different difficult situations come for help, right? They appeal for help to the Lord, and they associate with pure devotees. Because how can we get in touch with the Lord? Through the pure devotees. If there's no Srila Prabhupada, we wouldn't have Bhagavad Gita in our hands. We wouldn't have this association. So we are associating now with each other, because by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we have ISKCON, okay? They come and they associate and they become pure devotees. And this is also very important here, that it happens by the grace of the Supreme Lord or his pure devotees. You see how it is important, or his pure devotees. How it is important to associate with pure devotees, okay? Because it is the grace, it is the mercy that comes from the Lord, by the grace of the Lord or pure devotees. It's very important, okay? Let's continue. Yeah, so we become pure devotees, right? When basically we are free of all material desires. Okay, this is pure devotee. It's impossible to do it artificially. So people try to make it. Just stop feeling my desires. Don't try this. It's not about deluding yourself. Okay, it's about developing love towards God that is fully satisfying, because in order to not to have material desires, you need to become self-sufficient. We discussed that, right, at our last class. And what is self-sufficient? Who is self-sufficient? You probably know. Remember, right? Who is self-sufficient? What part of us is self-sufficient? It's our soul. Yes, our false ego is never self-sufficient, because the false ego is a compensation. You know what compensation is? When you don't have what you want, you think, oh, at least I'm going to get something. Like, for example, a child wants to watch a cartoon, and you say, no, you won't watch a cartoon, I'll give you a candy. So the candy is a compensation, because the true desire is to watch a cartoon. Okay, so our false ego is a compensation to, why? Why is it a compensation? Because our true desire is to be eternally happy. We are spirit souls. We want to be eternal because it's our nature. Being full of knowledge, being eternally happy. But then when we forget about it under the modes of material nature, we start looking for that in different things. And instead of getting what we need to have, right, it's our connection with the Lord, we get something else. A job, a car, some money, something else. And it never feels enough, right? So false ego is never self-sufficient because it is a compensation. It's not us. It's what we created to feel temporary happiness. Okay? But our soul is self-sufficient. So when we act and feel and realize ourselves as a soul, then we stop wanting any compensations. I don't want this car in exchange for Krishna. I want Krishna. He has so many cars. I don't care about this car. I don't care about this house. He has multiple houses. Okay? He has everything. I want to belong to him. I want to be in contact with him. I don't want to lose myself. I don't want to forget about myself. I don't want to betray myself. Okay? So when this happens, we become pure. And this happens with this practice, which is given in Bhagavad Gita by the pure devotees. Chant, come to the temple, do services, read, study Bhagavad Gita and other shastras. And then you're going to develop this bhakti because our senses will become purified. Our senses, what we have 5 senses, right? They belong to the Lord. They're not ours. When we think I want to feel good, I want to satisfy myself, right? They become contaminated. Because the modes of material nature, they're created to satisfy our material desires. Under the influence of the modes of material nature, we forget ourselves. We get covered by that, okay? But if you want to feel as we are ourselves, right? We don't want to satisfy our senses for ourselves. We want to satisfy our senses through Krishna. Therefore, when we do what Krishna wants us to do, our senses become purified. They get in touch with Krishna, and Krishna is the owner of our senses. They become automatically happy. You can try it when you're frustrated. Just don't do anything else. Don't look for any compensation. Chant 1 round of Maha Mantra, read Bhagavad Gita for 20 minutes, and do before and after. You can even write it down. Before, I felt this, this, and this, and this. In half an hour, this, this, and that. And tell me if it doesn't work, because it works with everyone, okay? So it's very easy. All you need is your determination. That's all. If we do it on a regular basis, we're going to develop that love. We're going to be free. We're going to be happy in any role, in any circumstance, okay? All right, so let's finish this paragraph. Exactly. So one has to transcend all this. Transcend means, again, to purify in order to feel self-sufficiency through the connection of the soul with the Lord and developing that lost connection of love, which is called bhakti. Okay? Okay, text number 17. Do you mind reading? It's page number 326. Text number 17, chapter 7. 325, actually. Yeah, so Krishna is saying that the one who's in full knowledge, right? Full knowledge meaning understands himself, realize himself as a spirit soul, okay? Understand that by nature we are spirit souls, and who is always engaged in pure devotional service, meaning, again, acts for the satisfaction of the Lord without any expectations of any results. This living entity is the best. For I'm very dear to him and he's very dear to me. So, okay, let's continue. Mhm. So see all those four kinds of people after the purification, they become pure devotees. But the one who is in full knowledge of the absolute and free from all material desires, he's a really pure. So it's above kind of, I would say, pure plus, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so the person, see, the person can be in full knowledge and he would say, I have no interest in these activities, I'm already pure, why should I do it, right? But Krishna is saying, the one who is in full knowledge and at the same time engaged in devotional service, he is the best. So he doesn't stop serving, okay? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So as a result of purification, we get that realization that we are the devotees, pure devotees, servants of God. Mhm. Okay. And again, see, it's very important to have the association of the pure devotees. Okay, it's not enough that we that we actually start praying and we understand that everything is in the hands of God, right? This is just the beginning of the path. We need to associate with pure devotees in order to become pure. Mhm. Yes. Okay. Yes, and this is very, very important for us to understand that devotional service is our protection. How do you think it protects us? It protects from bad thoughts and bad intentions. Okay, how do we get those bad thoughts and intentions? How do they come to our mind? Hmm? For the overthinking, yeah. In the association of unfavorable people, okay. Say again? Uh-huh. Bad actions, negative actions, right? Vikarma, when we do something which is not authorized, right? Yes. So remember the free modes of material nature, right? So the modes of material nature, again, are there to fulfill our desires. If we don't have material desires, we're not under the influence of the modes of material nature. Okay? All of the distress, all of the problems we're getting as a result of the influence of the modes of material nature. For example, if there is anything in our mind which is in the mode of ignorance but we don't recognize it, what's going to happen? Sometimes we don't recognize, right? It can be somewhere in the subconscious, like negative samskara. It's sitting there, it is in the mode of ignorance. We have a memory of betrayal in the past, 30 years ago. Samskara is there, it's like a scar, right? And what's going to happen? So while this samskara is there, right, there is a chance that the mode of ignorance can influence, switch on that samskara. It can be switched on through any situation. You just see how your friend became betrayed and some scar became activated, for example, right? And the mode of material nature starts influencing because it is in there, okay? But what happens, so basically when the mode of ignorance is influencing, how do we know that we are under the influence of the mode of ignorance? There is anger, mood change, suddenly you become unhappy, demotivated, lazy, I don't want to do this, oh, I feel sick, and etc., right? So there is low motivation, low determination, frustration, fear. It all comes from the mode of ignorance. Now, it says here that devotional service, we are protected by devotional service, okay? So when we start acting in devotion, like for example, you get that influence, it means that the mode of ignorance is influencing you. And you start chanting Mahamantra and you start reading Bhagavad Gita, you get out of that influence right away. Okay? Now you become mode proof, I would say. Okay? Or ignorance proof, I don't know how to say it. Basically, the modes of material nature cannot touch you, cannot touch your mind, cannot touch your intelligence. You're not influenced by this contamination unless you are engaged in devotional service. Okay, therefore, the devotional service is our protection. Or how does devotional service protect us from the mode of goodness? Mode of goodness is a good mode, right? It's so-called material piety. So why do we need to be protected from that? So devotional service is selfless, okay? Mode of goodness is I am good, I am educated, I am knowledgeable, it's all about me, okay? So mode of goodness is very, basically it is manifested as knowledge, good habits, but it's still material. So people, what? They develop pride. And that pride is also false ego. And when we have false ego, we're not protected. Because of that false ego, we become vulnerable. What if somebody is more educated? What if someone is more knowledgeable? What if someone doesn't recognize our value? What's going to happen? We feel depreciated, devalued, underestimated, etc., right? So having false ego is always vulnerable because false ego is very painful. Therefore, when we perform devotional service, which is selfless, which is, it's not mine, it's for the Lord, we give, we don't take, we don't expect, and we become free of that pride. Because if there is pride, there is no service. So we are protected even from the mode of goodness through devotional service. So devotional service is a complete protection. So whenever you feel bad, engage yourself in devotional service, get out of the influence of any mode, passion, ignorance, or goodness, and then you're going to feel in harmony and you're going to feel protected. Okay? So that's how it protects us. Okay, let's see how much time we have. Okay, we have 3 minutes left. Then Darshan is coming. We're going to continue reading Bhagavad Gita next Tuesday. Please come at 6:30. And we will start with text 18. And now let's summarize what you've learned today. What are you taking with you? What are your impressions, realizations? Yes, so association of devotees is very important. Yeah, we become pure by association with pure devotees. Yeah. Of all of the seekers of knowledge, God is closest to the devotee who is in full knowledge, right? Yes, and that devotee is very dear to him. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, anything else who would like to share? Service and intention. Can you elaborate on this? This is interesting. So you need to be in a proper mood, right? In a proper mood. Yes. Proper mindset. How would you call that proper mindset? What is that mindset? Without expecting any returns. No bad intentions, no expecting any return. So can we call it submissive? Is it a good word? Uh huh. Detached. Yeah.